What's up, everybody? What's up? It's been a long time coming, and I know I've been gone for so long, but yeah, I am back like I never left, and I'm going to be here for a while. This is another episode of Stitching, where we weave stories for you, stitch by stitch. We have some interesting stuff that has been going on in the world, in Cameroon, in Africa, and the world at large, and we're going to be dissecting that for you. So put on your swimming suit, or whatever it is, your seat belt, so that you stay focused, because we're about to stitch the stories for you. Don't go anywhere.
Any my neck they carry head, any my head they carry sense. Check in the sense. Check in the sense.
No longer news to you that Jovi'S, yes, Jovi'S, Cameroon's finest, one of the best rappers of Africa, has dropped yet again another album. His fifth album, bro. The first time Jovi dropped an album was in 2012. His very debut album, titled HIV. That was in 2012. Fast forward 11 years later on. Bro, see what I'm thinking about? He's dropped another album. But let's visit some of the things surrounding the album. It's very important to note that the intervals of Jovi's album releases has been within 2 years. Averagely, 2 years, Jovi drops an album after every 2 years. Between HIV and Boko God was like 3 years, because there was 2012, then Boko God came like in 2015. But one of the things that was crazy was the fact that come 2019, Jovi drops God Don't Come, but goes away for a bit, for a long time. It's also very important to note that during the while when Jovi wasn't releasing an album, he was at least releasing an EP. So it kept people going, you know what I'm saying? He'll be dropping singles and EPs. Jovi has like 10 to 11 EPs made up of like 8 songs each. Bro, dude be walking, man.
Now only walk you ever there around me. Only all time I walk. Man go die walk.
He spent all his life in the studio walking, recording and doing stuff. But yeah, come to 2019 when Jovi dropped God Don't Come, in 2020, 2021, we were expecting an album. Yes, it's only but normal for us to expect an album because it's 2 years. In 2 years, you should drop another album. Bro didn't drop no album. Yeah, there was no project in between. 2022, he still didn't drop an album. And we're thinking, you know what, maybe this is it about his career, because of course, he's always saying, I'm done. He came to announce that this was his last rap album. Of course, you know how it is. The expectations were high and stuff. And finally, Jovi puts out 2035. That's the name of his recent album that has just been released. Amazing stuff. When he put out the cover art of this album, is written on it, produced by Lemons, compiled by Ndukong God Love, and of course, the songs in the album has been performed by Jovi. You've been listening and looking at all of these names and probably thinking that there are 3 different people, but no. Ndukong God Love is Jovi Lemons. Lemons is Jovi. Ndukong God Love is Jovi. And the performer of this album is Jovi. Do you see what I'm saying? Can you feel what I am feeling right now? Because, of course, is this why he addresses himself the God, the Mboko God? Because he exists in 3 different places, in 3 different forms. Thinking about what I'm thinking? The Trinity, the producer, the performer, the executive producer. It's crazy, right? Well, yeah, he produced everything in that album. Yes, performed every song in that album. And it's 2035. Jovi finally announced that he was going to be having a listening party strictly on invitation. Was I invited? Of course not. I wasn't invited. Just like many other people were not invited. But man, trust me, videos from this listening party was mad because people were performing the songs as if they've heard it before. Not that I am surprised or anything, but what were some of the situations surrounding the release party? Artists like Pascal, the retired Cameroonian rapper. Yeah, I don't know. Pascal has retired from rap, but he hasn't really retired from running his mouth on social media. Is that not crazy? Dude came online and said this neck men them, they invite Oman, they don't invite me. Anything video happen. Anything video happen. Well, Pascal was, of course, sending some slangs at the invitation that they were given. You know how it is. You know how Pascal fell out with his former boss, Jovi'S, and he wasn't really on a good scene. Well, Pascal came online to say they've invited everybody to, you know, to the listening party and they didn't invite him. Well, if they really did, something will have gone wrong. And in my head, I'm like, bro, nobody was even thinking about you. I don't even think that if they were thinking about somebody to invite, it would be me, not you. You're like the last on the list. No, you're not even on the list. No, you are not even thought about at all. But another thing that stood out as far as this listening party is concerned was Jovi'S calling Mike Monster on stage. Yeah, it wasn't just Jovi'S calling Mike Monster on stage and giving him accolades and having people clap and all excited and stuff. It was Mike Monster's post after the listening party, putting on, he posted an image saying, "Show me your goats because I am standing right next to mine." Okay. Mike Monster is standing right next to his goat. I mean, I don't know if this was it, like, you know, a few years back when we had all the beef and stuff training and going on online. Well, this is a positive vibe. Let me not stitch in some of the negativity. Whatever has happened over the years, these two are doing probably in really, really great terms, and you know why it is. Yeah, a lot of bromancing going on. Ladies and gentlemen, Jovi'S album is here, and the album is a $50 album. According to Currency, CFA, Central African Bank CFA. According to our Currency, Jovi'S album costs 26,000 CFA francs. Yeah. There's some people online that are saying, you know what? This album is worth more than 26,000 CFA. I mean, if you look at it from completely different perspective, Jovi put out the album saying that he's putting it online for his supporters exclusively. I mean, Jovi'S is selling his album for $50 and you're complaining. I mean, who else deserves to sell an album at $50 in Cameroon? Show me one other artist that has that catalog that Jovi has. 11 EPs, 5 albums. What? Show me one Cameroonian artist. Or I mean, even in the African stage of hip hop, show me one artist that has that catalog that Jovi has. I'll wait.
She's mad at me cause I didn't call back, but no.
Oh, you're still here? Do you have the answer? You are not a supporter, you are complaining that the album is expensive. Are you crazy? You are not even the target audience. And guess what? People have been buying. People like me who are not invited for the listening party. And Chakunte is going crazy. Yeah, you need to go listen to that album because, of course, as usual, again, not like I'm surprised, but this is Jovi'S. If you don't know what the monster is, it means the monster. He'll be going so hard on every beat, every time. And trust me, the album 2035 is probably the longest that Jovi has ever waited to drop an album. 4 years! 4 years! It was worth the wait. The album is here. If you have not had access to it, you need to go have access to it. I know some people are sitting and waiting that very soon he's going to dump all of it on, you know, streaming platforms and stuff. You don't probably have all the streaming platforms anyway. But are you still just going to sit down there and not download the song because of $50? Well, I understand you. The country is hard. It's really hard. I understand. I wish I could do some philanthropic work right now and give the album to some people, but you never know. I could choose randomly from the comment section if you're leaving a comment in this edition of the show. I mean, some of you could probably be wondering why, just like me, Jovi has had some crazy names for his album, you know, over the years, and sometimes it just blows my mind. HIV. I mean, for a second, you don't even understand what that means, but HIV really stands for humanity is vanishing. If you don't really dig deep, sometimes you begin to think, why would somebody name his album HIV/AIDS? Like, but humanity is vanishing still seems like AIDS, right? HIV/AIDS, because that virus cuts out humanity. But yeah, Jovi has been crazy with his album name. 2035 is one of the highest dates that has been trending in Cameroon for over the years. because this date was basically declared by the president of Cameroon, President Fobi, as the year that Cameroon is going to emerge. I've always found that date really ridiculous, but you know, according to the government, Cameroon is going to emerge in 2035. Is this the direction in which Jovi was taking as far as this album is concerned, or it's just one of those random things that comes to his head? But deep down, I want to tell you, probably he was thinking like I'm thinking right now. Maybe this album is the emergence already. Is it? Welcome to 2035. Accolades to Jovi'S for putting out this album. And we're waiting to see if this is really his last rap album. Or, of course, as usual, there's another surprise on the way, right? He always says he's done, there's never. In other news, in recent court verdict in Paris, the Afro-trap pioneer rapper Homage, also known as Mohamed Silla, has been sentenced to 12 years in prison for his involvement in the gang-related killing of a 23-year-old Loic. The trial took place at the Paris court, where Homage appeared alongside 8 co-defendants. 5 of them received sentences ranging from 10 to 18 years, while others were acquitted. You are probably wondering what happened before Homage was even taken to court in the first place, given all the stuff that he has accomplished. The incident took place in 2018. It was described as settling of scores between rival gangs. Loic was deliberately knocked down by a Mercedes somewhere in Paris, and of course, subsequently attacked. Sometime later, he tragically passed away short after the people fled off the scene. The following day, the Mercedes that knocked him down was found burned somewhere. And of course, this Mercedes was found belonging to Homage. In 2015 was one of the times when Homage made his debut and created his YouTube channel, which went viral with one of his songs, and he described his music as Afro trap, and it was going viral and going places and making turns, and even caught the attention of people like Madonna and Drake. Yeah, these are people that was in 2018. Homage even dropped a song with Big Wiz of Nigeria and other amazing artists. Yeah, but yeah, fast forward to this date. He's been sentenced to 12 years in prison. And that's not what is ridiculous. In fact, social media is not taking it lightly, because there are videos online of the time when this verdict was given. Homage's mom was in court and her screams were heard across the world and across the street. She was screaming non-stop, no way to be consoled, you know, like, oh my God, my son is going to jail for 12 years. How did the internet take it though? The internet didn't take it lightly. The internet was like, why are you even screaming? Why are you crying about it? At least you can have your son back. In 12 years, you'll be able to see your son again. But Loic's mom has been crying ever since Loic died. So there's no way that Loic is ever going to be reunited to his mama. So stop crying. Don't even cry. Don't you dare. Some people are saying no to bullying or get off gangs and all of this kind of stuff that is going on, which is crazy. I don't understand how sometimes the entertainment industry, which is just supposed to be entertaining to us, gets buckled up with all of the gang and all of the unnecessary stuff that is happening as far as this music industry is concerned. I mean, after the verdict, Homage's lawyers were not ready to say anything. Well, he has the option to appeal the decision within the next 10 days. And as per the court's ruling, Homage will serve a minimum of 1.5 years in prison before being released under judicial supervision. I was like, what the hell? 1.5 years and you're released under judicial supervision? What does that even mean? I'm sure all the people that are doing law understand how the law functions, understand that, but why would they release you 1.5 years under judicial supervision? What does that even mean? Does that mean that you go back after the judicial supervision to do your 12 years? Or you have the right to be? I mean, that's crazy, right? That's complicated. But that's it about, of course, Homage. Unfortunately, unfortunate situation. Very crazy, because this is so much talent that has been deprived from us again. Yes, talking about all the crazy that is going on in the entertainment industry across Africa and the world. We are talking about renowned Nigerian artist, one of the best young stars that was shining the light as far as Nigeria is concerned, Mohbad, who recently lost his life and was announced on social media like nothing happened. But hell broke loose after that, when all of the internet started rallying and coming together and trying to find out what really killed him. So many videos surfaced online that Mohbad had suffered so much bullying from his ex-label mates and all of these people. People went ahead to unfollow Naira Marley, whom they think is one of the people that has been pushing, of course, a narrative of him being bullied and stuff like that. Yes, he's really lost so many followers on social media as far as this is concerned. Recently, Mohbad's corpse were exhumed, dug up from the grave where he was buried so that an autopsy can be carried out. Of course, because the government has gotten involved as far as this is concerned to get to the roots of what really caused his death. I mean, one of the things that really caught my attention is Cameroonians. Cameroonians, like, criticized by others on the internet. You know how it is. This has been a massive rally in Nigeria just to begin with. A massive rally that was almost uncontrollable because, of course, the military got involved again. And a few people got wounded during the rally. The rally was so massive across different states in Nigeria. I know, it's just been fair for Cameroonians to get involved, right? I mean, sometimes we just want to get involved, you know? I think that's the reason why Cameroonians are always like, maybe these people don't support us enough, because Cameroonians always like to really take things too hard. I know, this is a very sad death, and he hit all of us. But what in the hell is this flyer? Who did this flyer? Who is Mohbad? Who is Mohbad? I think that's Cameroonians sometimes, they don't really get. Like, you want to do stuff, just do it. Do it right, man. What is Mohbad? What is Mohbad? I know you meant well, but come on, check the flyers. It's that easy. Sometimes you need to give attention to the simple things because it just kills it. Because now you said candlelights for Mohbad. Who is that? Well, we continue to pray and that the God is going to comfort the family of Mohbad and of course the crazy stuff that's been going on, and that this is going to definitely bring some justice to whoever must have caused this. Because, I mean, if this is tolerated, like it's already been whispered that this could be probably gang-related things or things coming from his former record label, or all of these things that are flying on the internet. Who knows what is going to happen next, and to who, if this is not brought to justice? Because it's crazy, right? Yeah, we're thankful to those Cameroonians who joined their voices to push the narrative and of course light candlelights for the family of Mohbad. This is an artist that has touched life and impacted the community in several ways, and his life is worth celebrating. It's amazing how after he lost his life, a lot of things about him has begun to go really up. You know, his numbers of streams going really up. He's been on charts, on iTunes, streaming. It's crazy, it's crazy. May we not find our shine when we're 6 feet. It's ridiculous. And may people not come around that are going to stop our shine by trying to take our lives. Ridiculous, right? Well, you know why it is. Not to end this on a sad way. That's what we had for you in this episode of Stitching. And you know why it is. We're always here to weave the stories for you, stitch by stitch, only on one platform, Carowa Media, where we give you a daily dose of what's hot and what's not. If you love our show and you love what we're giving you every week, remember to click in that red button below. Subscribe, of course. I'm talking to you. Click the red button right now, because you know how it is. It's always me, your favorite black boy, Carowa.